Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Royal Kingdom, where we can vibe out. Welcome to the Royal Kingdom. Come into my house to say good evening and let's vibe out.
What's good, my beautiful and amazing royal ones? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a spiritual guidance message for the collective. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Anything you guys need will be in the description box below. As I always tell you guys, got the spirit. Ask your spiritual team if this message is indeed for you, okay? I don't want to bring any type of chaos or confusion in your world. Archangel Michael, I ask that you remove any sort of blockages from within or around me. First card we have is Despair. Now this could be the present moment right now. Some of you guys are in this space, or this could be that someone connected to you is in this space. This looks like someone is disappointed in themselves, or maybe disappointed when it comes to a situation. Because this person has their hand over their head and they're like, damn, like I fucked up. So someone could be in this space where they're feeling like they fucked up, they messed up when it came to a decision. Okay? Rather this is pertaining to you or something else. Okay? Why is someone in this space of feeling despair? Okay. Someone's child. Or this is someone feeling this way because of a child. All right. Either way, this person got their head held down and the child looks innocent. So whatever this is, someone could be feeling like they made some form of decision that they're disappointed in, maybe regarding their child, regarding children, or regarding someone being innocent. We have a mature woman. This could be regarding a mother and child. That could be significant, doesn't have to be. Either way, someone has their head down. Someone's disappointed in a situation, or someone is disappointed in someone. One more, Spirit. You have marriage. Could be pertaining to a marriage, doesn't have to be. Could be pertaining to a contract. Like someone feels bad regarding what they did surrounding a contract. All right. I don't know. Let's get some more. Can we clarify this disappointment energy? Why do we have this here? Why is somebody feeling disappointed? Reunion. Upright, this will be like a reunion is happening. Someone is feeling disappointed because they want to reunite with somebody. I don't know why I started hearing that song, Reunited, and it feels so good. So somebody could be disappointed because whatever decision that they made, they're in this space of feeling like some type of decision that they made was a dumb decision. This is regret, this is remorse, okay? And they're feeling this way pertaining to a reunion, okay? But it's in reverse, so there isn't some form of reunion that's taking place. Why do we have child? Misfortune. Okay, so there, whatever was built is now torn down. And somebody could have did this to someone, like I said, who was innocent. A house fire could be significant, doesn't have to be. But something changed in a connection, in a partnership. And someone's feel disappointed. They feel disappointed in themselves. And they feel disappointed because they really want a reunion with somebody. You have falseness, but it came out in reverse. So this lets me know that when someone initially did something, they were in this fake energy. They weren't being genuine in some form of capacity. But the fact that falseness came out in reverse, this means that someone is no longer in that energy. And that's why we have marriage here. Could be pertaining to an actual marriage, or this just represent some form of partnership. All right. Clarify marriage, Spirit. We have pride and we have foe. So that's why a separation happens. So someone was, pause. Somebody was in their ego. Someone was in this prideful like energy. Someone was a foe. And now somebody doesn't want to be looked at as that. Someone has come out of that energy. Someone has had their come to Jesus moment, or somebody went through a spiritual awakening. But either way, somebody's like, dang, I fucked up. I really wanted this relationship, or I really wanted, you know, whatever this is. Someone's like, I really want this. Maybe whatever somebody did, they feel like they overreacted in the situation, is also what I'm picking up. Yeah, whatever somebody did, it caused a major tower moment. Like you see the fire. Fire sign could be significant, doesn't have to be. But it's like people are falling, everything is falling down. Alright. One more time, Spirit. That's what I'm getting. Somebody's in this spirit energy. This will be like really sitting with yourself. Sitting with those feelings, those dark emotions. This could also be a level of nostalgia like energy, reminiscing and thinking about the past. Can we clarify this spirit and reunion in reverse? Strong desire for love and affection, beginning of a new relationship, end of a dispute you care about. Message coming from a level of friend. Somebody even want to, you know, reach out to somebody. Someone could be trying to reach out to someone as well. Because someone wants the reunion. However this go. That's why it says lover, friend, or family. Somebody really want a new start. Someone is also coming to the realization of how much they miss somebody, or how much they love somebody, or maybe even in love. Okay? It's a strong desire. And this is the soul of a human. So this means that someone is really tapped into their heart space, because the heart is the gateway to the soul. So whatever somebody is feeling, they're feeling this on a soul level. They just feel like, if I can make this right, this will create some type of major change in their life in some form or fashion. Somebody just feels like they have to make something right. And they really want to end some type of dispute, and somebody wants to have a new start. Could be with a child. This could be about a child. This could be about someone's innocent. On this misfortune, it says seer. It represents fate or destiny. It could also be a cautionary card, meaning there is conflict on the horizon. Pay attention. So however this goes, there was already some type of conflict energy. This also means that someone is still feeling conflicted energies when it comes to a situation, especially if this is tied to what someone did to you, okay, or maybe what you did to somebody. Either way, someone is feeling conflicted emotions. Something could also be tied to childhood as well. Why do we have this mature woman in this false energy in reverse? The foe. Came out twice. Foe. Alright. So in this particular card, it says false friend, division, codependency, loneliness, decisions to be made. Careful with your words. So something could also be tied to what somebody said. Something is also tied to what somebody did, where now either you look at this person as being a foe. And even though that someone could be in the process of going through some type of change, someone is still holding on to the fact that they were a foe to you in some form or fashion. Or this could be that collective, you're still holding on to the fact that somebody was fake. They were false. They were a false friend. They wasn't genuine. Okay. Why do we have this marriage card? And prideful and full. confusion and money matters. Clear up communication problems with others. So there's some form of confusion energy. Like the chaos that someone is feeling within is also manifesting on the outside. Because whatever energy that you're carrying within starts to manifest if you don't deal with it. So someone's world could be like a lot of chaos right now because they're feeling all these different emotions. We have the friend in reverse, and we have faithfulness upright. So what I'm getting here is now someone wants to come back. I just saw 10-10. Someone wants to come back and be this friend who is true, honest, real, however it go, friend, family, foe. But the friend card came out in reverse. Okay? I don't know why I started hearing that song. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around and back again. Something like that. So this means that somebody is realizing somebody was genuine. That's what I'm getting. Because we have falseness here, and that's in reverse, and faithfulness upright. So that means that somebody, like I said, they was in this energy of being a foe, a fake individual. They were being phony, right? But now someone is coming up out of that energy and they want to be real. Look, false person. I don't know how many times Spirit gonna say that somebody was fake. Look, this is fake. 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 That's 4 cards clarifying a false individual. Okay? That's 4 different times that Spirit is saying somebody was fake. Which means that somebody, I'm going to say how Spirit is telling me to say it. This means that somebody never actually showed up in a genuine energy. That's what I'm getting. This means that somebody never actually showed up being genuine. Like, their actions towards you guys in some form or fashion was always coming from like a malicious place. It was always coming from a false place. It was never genuine. Wow. But I'm looking at this card. It says divine intervention. Something took place in someone's life, or something is taking place, and I feel like that's where the misfortune is coming in. Okay? So something is taking place to where now someone is sitting with themselves. Did nothing wrong, conjured up the wrong energy by imagining the worst. See, this was somebody who always imagined the worst of maybe even of themselves or maybe other people. So it's like even if someone come into their life and show them genuine love or whatever, it's like they don't see it. And it could be tied to childhood trauma. Doesn't have to be, right? But it's like they don't see it. They conjure up the wrong energy by imagining the worst of situations before it even happened. It's like the worst didn't happen and there is no inkling of that situation happening. But someone tends to do this a lot. They tend to believe the negative before they believe the positive. And I feel like someone may be recognizing that pattern within themselves of how they would sometimes self-sabotage. We have law of justice. It says, as above, so below, coming back around for good, for bad, for ugly, or for evil. Fate is at play in your choices and decisions plays a significant role. So this represents the seer energy. These changes are fated. So there's a change that's taking place, and it could be happening through some type of misfortune, or it could also be happening through the process where Spirit is trying to really show somebody where their error in their ways lies. Something like that. We have it's not over yet. Like I said, somebody is not ready to let a situation go, let a person go. Someone's not ready. Even though it says false friend, division, and careful with your words, right? Even though it says all that, and like I say, even though it seems like someone never actually like genuinely gave something a chance, like they showed up being false, however that go, right? It's not over yet. So someone is not ready to let a situation go. Like they're not ready. We have don't give in to self-pity. I feel like someone in this situation is in like this self-pity energy right here. Despair. Someone is in self-pity energy. Someone is beating themselves up. Why do we have friend, faithfulness, false person, divine intervention? We have celebration. We have comfort. I feel like even if this was someone that like you would try to share good news with, however this was someone that you couldn't actually share your good news with somebody because they would take offense to it. Like someone will automatically feel like there's some form of competition. Like, oh, now I gotta one up you because you're celebrating this, and now I gotta one. It's weird. What is this divine intervention energy? Ooh, it's too much. Returning, yes, rejoicing the situation is over. So there's some type of celebration coming up for you guys. But I also feel that when it comes to like you sharing your good news with certain people, or maybe with this particular person, somebody just feel like y'all in competition. Something like that. Child. Let's get some of these before I close this out. I didn't mean to make it that long. We have shut up, eating their words. So however this go, something is tied to someone eating their words. Like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have made that move, right? Because it says conjured up the wrong energy by imagining the worst. Reunion in reverse. That's why a reunion isn't happening, because of this energy right here. Now, whatever somebody conjured up or initially said to you, or maybe about you, however it go, somebody is eating their words. Someone feels bad about that in some form or fashion. Why do we have law of justice? There's more information coming. So when it comes to some type of justice system, fate is at play, right? There's some type of more information coming regarding this. Why do we have it's not over yet when it comes to this foe and falseness? We got tragedy. So confirmation to what I said. Something is not over yet. Someone could have went through some type of tragedy, and that could have been the divine intervene in some form or fashion. Why do we have this death and rebirth? Don't give in to self-pity. So Spirit is basically telling somebody, don't give in to self-pity. Like, don't focus on the fact that you were this false person or whatever. You need to focus on growing. You need to focus on being able to pay attention when people are being genuine, when people are showing you genuine love. Like, don't focus on the fact that you, woe is me, well, put yourself in a victim mindset. Grow from that. That's what Spirit is saying. We have time to get rid of toxic people. Time to get rid of toxic and negative people. And I feel like that's what divine intervention was. Divine realized that some of you guys were in this space to where, like I said, you were genuine. But divine intervened to get rid of this toxic person and toxic situations from your life. Because again, you seem like you were always in this faithful energy and being honest. But see, the friend card came out in reverse. However, this go. Someone was never genuine like that. That's why we still got false persons showing up. Because Spirit is clarifying that somebody was just false. It wasn't genuine. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. Now, do I feel like this person wants to come back and show up in authentic energy? Yeah, because they're being forced to tap into their heart space. It says the sweetest love ever. Nurture, kind, nurturing, compassionate, and loving. I feel like that's what someone is recognizing, male or female. That's what someone is recognizing in dumb decision. I can't make it up. You was the sweetest person, sweetest friend. You were kind. You were compassionate. You were all these different things, and now someone is sitting with it when it comes to their dumb decisions. It literally says dumb decisions, stupid, regret, guilt, shame, remorse. Can't make it up. And it's like now someone comes to the realization. It says love surrounds you always. Now someone is recognizing your love collective. It sucks, right? Relationships, conflict. And I feel like someone is coming to the realization that any form of conflict that took place, however this goal was centered, happened because of themselves. It wasn't because of something that you personally did to them. No, it was how they felt about themselves. It says did nothing wrong, conjured up the wrong energy by imagining worse. That means you ain't do nothing wrong. That's what I see, collective. If you guys like this reading, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye.